For Nomad Book Club this month, we're exploring Georgia, the country. Why Georgia? Well, for one, I'm in Georgia at the moment, and second, despite Georgia's turbulent history, a strong cultural identity has endured. From literary place names such as Rustaveli Street, named for Shota Rustaveli, the equivalent of Shakespeare in Georgia, to a completely unique alphabet and even a former propaganda printing press run by Stalin, this eastern pocket of Europe has a lot to offer an intrepid bookworm. One of the most popular novels in Georgia is Ali and Nino by Kurban Said, a love story between a Christian Georgian girl and a Muslim Azerbaijani boy. There are even statues dedicated to the lovers in Batumi, Georgia's seaside city. The couple have to overcome cultural and religious differences, as well as the disruptions of the First World War, Russian Revolution, and Azerbaijani's war for independence. It's the perfect introduction to the Caucasus region, but also it's just a truly beautiful love story. This week I went to Tbilisi movie nights to see Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, but this was dinner and a movie with a difference. Everything on the menu is Harry Potter themed, and dishes come out timed to pivotal moments in the film. We started with butterbeers, obviously, what else? Then, as Harry boarded the Hogwarts Express, we snacked on chocolate frogs, jelly snakes, and other sweets from the trolley. I got Sybil Trelawney on my card. Next, we were sorted into our Hogwarts houses with a cocktail, and I was placed in Ravenclaw before joining in the feast in the Great Hall with the chicken dinner. For the Quidditch match, we got a quaffle croquette with a sparkler and a miniature broom, and finally we found the Philosopher's Stone on top of a chocolate lava cake. I ate so much, quoted every line, and Harry saved the day. 1,000 points to Gryffindor. Tbilisi movie nights also have an Alice in Wonderland themed dinner and movie night, with every dish themed around Alice and friends, timed to different moments in the Tim Burton film. We started with a bowl of popcorn, then washed it down with a raspberry and bubblegum lemonade. And if you didn't know, Georgia is all about the flavoured lemonades. Then it was time for the movie to start. First was tomato soup with grilled cheese, followed by the iconic drink me bottle and eat me cake. Be careful what order you consume them in though. Next was mushroom pasta with an edible caterpillar, but my favourite part was mixing a cocktail in time with the White Queen's potion. We also had a pot of tea at some point, but the Mad Hatter probably made off with it. And finally, Alice slew the Jabberwocky, but I was too busy eating profiteroles to notice. There was so much food, I grew 2 sizes too big. All in all, top tier tea party. One thing I have to say about Georgia, it knows how to do bookshops. Here are 3 of my favourites in Tbilisi, starting with Cafe Novel. This is a bookstore slash cinema slash cafe slash bar, and you can even play board games there too, which is really cool. Next is Prospero's on Rustaveli Street, which also has an adjoining cafe that does excellent food and coffee, and I like this bookshop because it has a section of books by Caucasian authors available in English. And third is Stamba Bookstore in the Stamba complex, which includes a hotel, a co-work, a cafe, and lots of little boutiques and things. But what's weird about Stamba is that there are more books in the hotel lobby and co-work space, but I can't tell if it's a library or not. Should I try and take a book and see what happens? Let me know. My next Nomad Book Club pick for Georgia is The Eighth Life by Nino Haritishvili. Warning, this book is long. I listened to The Eighth Life on Audible and it was over 40 hours in length, so it took me about a month to listen to, even at 1.5 times the speed. Nino Haritishvili is a Georgian-born German writer and writes in German, so her work is often easier to find in English translation. In this novel, the author weaves together personal and historical narratives, following the lives of 8 members of the same family over generations, as well as the passing down of a delicious, yet mysteriously cursed hot chocolate recipe. This is a great book to read for deep insights into Georgian culture and politics, but it will make you crave a hot chocolate. Another important Georgian writer to know is Vazhab Shavela. Like Rustaveli, you'll see his name everywhere. His pen name means the boy from Peshvali, to indicate that he comes from the highlands, which is apt because his short stories often centre on rural Georgia, exploring themes of honour and nature. And after nearly 4 months in the country, I can see why Georgia's landscapes have inspired. This short story collection was lent to me by my Georgian friend Tekla, and is written with Georgian and English translations side by side, as well as beautiful illustrations. Rustaveli's work is both poetic and thought-provoking, offering insights into Georgian folklore and myth. And judging by the cuddles, this has been my cat's favourite Georgian book so far. Especially this short story. My final Nomad Book Club pick for Georgia is Hard by a Great Forest, a debut novel by British Georgian author Leo Vardiashvili. The plot follows the journey of Saba, a man who, after fleeing war-torn Georgia as a child, is haunted by the past and his family's trauma. When his father and brother return to their homeland decades later, they mysteriously disappear, leaving behind a breadcrumb trail of cryptic messages, which are bizarrely mixed in with a bunch of escaped animals from Tbilisi Zoo. With this book, I learned a lot about conflict within the different regions of Georgia, and I loved the theme of nostalgia and how the author weaves fairy tale references and children's stories into Saba's journey. This is also a good book for anyone who feels torn about home. I also have to shout out The Book Wanderer by Natalia. I picked it up at Stamba Bookshop in Tbilisi not only because of the excellent title, but also it's about a girl from Georgia who moves to my home city of Birmingham and goes on to study English literature. It's the perfect choice for my new tradition of leaving a book for the next page traveller to find. Can you guess where I may have stashed it? Let us drink a toast. Oh, my oldest dream, sleepless nights you share with me. Many toasts are left indeed for the goblets to be filled. Let us fill the bowls for those who burned brave in fiery fights, who admired Heracles' throne, his devotion and his might. Against a man 100 rose, but appeal to fame prevailed. Let us fill the bowls for those who fought bravely not to fail. Let us fill the bowls for those who stood tall and showed no fright. We will rise in love, and most of Tbilisi old and bright. Who loves life, enjoys it here, who is apt to merriment. Let us drink for him most dear, indulging in enjoyment. Oh, my oldest dream, sleepless nights you share with me. Many toasts are left indeed for the goblets to be filled.